A growing diplomatic rift is unfolding between Washington and London as Prime Minister Keir Starmer blocks President Donald Trump from using British RAF bases for potential strikes on Iran. According to reports, the White House sought permission to use RAF Fairford in Gloucestershire for long-range bombing operations as part of contingency plans targeting Tehran. But the UK has refused consent, citing legal concerns that participating in preemptive strikes could breach international law. The refusal appears to have triggered President Trump's latest dramatic U-turn on the Chagos Islands deal, the controversial agreement that would transfer UK sovereignty of the archipelago to Mauritius while leasing back the strategic Diego Garcia military base for 99 years at a reported cost of £35 billion. After a call with Starmer, Trump took to Truth Social on Wednesday, branding the agreement a big mistake and warning Britain not to give away Diego Garcia. He argued the joint UK-US base could be vital if Iran refuses to agree to a nuclear deal, and suggested it may be necessary to use both Diego Garcia and RAF Fairford to counter what he described as a dangerous regime. Under existing treaty terms, the US does not require formal UK consent to operate from Diego Garcia, only notification. However, it must secure British approval before launching operations from RAF bases on UK soil. According to The Times, Trump's renewed opposition to the Chagos deal was prompted directly by frustration inside the White House over being denied access to British bases for possible strikes on Iran. Meanwhile, the US has been rapidly building its military presence in the Middle East, deploying long-range bombers, refueling aircraft, and carrier strike groups in what officials describe as the largest American buildup in the region since the 2003 Iraq War. Reports suggest Trump has been told US forces could be ready for action by Saturday, February 21st, if the nuclear talks in Geneva collapse. The UK government maintains that a political process between Washington and Tehran is ongoing and says its priority remains regional security. Now, with Trump issuing a 10-day deadline to Tehran, the coming days could test not only Britain's diplomacy with Iran, but the strength of the US-UK special relationship itself.
In the waters of Bandar Abbas, southern Iran, a high-stakes spectacle unfolded. A roaring display of precision, power, and coordination. Iranian and Russian naval forces staged a daring mock operation, rescuing a hijacked vessel in a show of sheer maritime dominance. From the moment emergency signals flashed across the Bandar Abbas Maritime Rescue Coordination Center, Iran's SH-3 helicopter and IRGC Bell 412 chopper swept the skies, scanning for threats. On the water, Iran's Alvan destroyer, the command ship of the exercise, dispatched combat vessels in flawless synchrony. Then, with split-second timing, Iranian and Russian special forces struck. A combined heli-borne and surface assault reclaimed the vessel and captured the pirates. A textbook operation executed with lethal efficiency. This wasn't just a drill, it was a message, a loud, unmistakable warning to Washington. Any aggression will meet a massive, far-reaching response. Amid rising tensions and repeated US threats over Iran's nuclear program, Tehran is flexing its military muscle. The presence of US warships in regional waters has been met with stern warnings. One shot fired at Iran, officials say, and the consequences will reverberate across the region. The drills also showcased advanced tactics, aerial photography missions, coordinated tactical formations, and joint maneuvers between Iranian and Russian forces. Iran deployed the full might of its naval assets, from destroyers to missile vessels, assault boats and special operations teams, while Russia contributed its Bravey helicopter carrier and fighter jets. This is Iran's declaration: we are prepared, we are capable, and we will defend our sovereignty with unmatched resolve. In an era of brinkmanship, this mock rescue isn't a drill. It's a roar heard from Bandar Abbas to Washington, especially amid reports of a potential real strike plan.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That has often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out Tera,
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged
to stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.